Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my channel. I am Kiana and I am a holistic health coach, and I am here to teach women how to take their power back. So as a holistic health coach, I help women take their power back. I teach women how to take their power back in 8 key areas in their life. The 8 areas are emotional, intellectual, physical, spiritual, environmental, financial, occupational, and social. So today I have a special guest, and this special guest and I will be talking about the emotional, intellectual, and environmental aspect of parenting. I want to get a different perspective of parenting through the eyes of someone who knows me and loves me unconditionally, but will always be 100% honest every time, period. So without further ado, I want to introduce my first guest, Skylar Ramona. My daughter. Hi, baby.
Hi.
All right. So I wanted to touch on parenting because I feel like it's very important. And I think in our generation, we are a lot more receptive and open to different ways of parenting versus how we were parented. And the number one important thing for me in parenting is communicating and making sure that my child has a safe space to just be herself and be open and honest with me. I create safe spaces for women, for strangers, for my clients. But in my home, I always want to make sure that this one has a safe space as well. So we are going to be talking about a few different things as far as it relates to parenting. And then we're just going to have a general conversation. So my first question to Skylar is, what do you think a parent's responsibility is?
Feeding them, that's one.
Feeding them, okay, 1.
Making sure they're healthy, that's
Mm-hmm.
2. Making sure that they, what's the other one? Take them to bed.
I'll put you to bed, okay.
Put you to bed. And then make sure, and then the other thing parenting is the support.
Support, okay.
And then the other thing is to communicate.
Communicate. Ooh. That's good. You have a little good understanding of parenting. I wonder who your example is or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you explain what you think a parent's responsibility is. Do you think that mommy supports you in all of those areas?
You said you'll always support me, so yeah, you support me for my recital,
Mm-hmm.
and you also support me for. You also support me, like when I do the monkey bars. I used to be scared if I would fall down, and you support me for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think that, like, I am a good mom? Not that hesitation.
I think yes, when you're not like yelling at me. Yes.
Okay.
When
So
I get in trouble.
when you get in trouble. Exactly. Okay, so I don't just be yelling to be like, girl, like, get out of here.
No, you don't yell like that.
Okay.
You don't do that.
Like if I'm mad or something. So I wanted to have like this conversation. We have conversations before and we talk about things and stuff. But like for me, I had the same idea like about parenting when I was younger. Like we don't know, like as kids, you don't know like what to expect from life. You're just like, you make an agreement with God and you're like, all right, I'm going down to earth. Here's my parents, and like do. And then it's like, all right, so I'm here. The one thing that I can admire and say that I love about kids or children is that you guys don't worry about what's next. Like, you can wake up and you can be like, all right, I'm up. And you have, well, especially you, because you wake up with so much energy. And it's like, golly, I wish I could wake up with this much energy and this much, like...
Well, I wouldn't say I will wake up with so much energy. Sometimes I don't feel like doing my morning routine.
Yeah. So I guess as you get older, you are getting more into that, like, the awareness of your daily responsibilities and then how much work it takes to do it.
So you say I'm getting like once I like get older and older, I would get like used to like doing it every morning.
Yeah. And then sometimes, like, to be honest, sometimes I get up and I'm like, all right, like,
sometimes I get out like that too, and I'll be like,
I know, it's just like,
I mean, so tired. I just want to get like a 2 hour sleep again.
like, go back to sleep for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's an awareness that happens as you get older, like, because you're homeschooled too, so it's kind of different because our schedule is different on a day-to-day basis. So sometimes it switches and sometimes it's the same.
Yeah, it's like, so like if I slept for like 2 hours, if I slept for 2 hours, and then I won't even be able to eat breakfast, I won't even get my morning routine done with. It'll just be like it won't be like a morning anymore. It'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's one thing I admire about you guys is that you guys keep pushing, and kids, you never know what is coming next. Like, you don't have to worry about much as a kid. Not to downplay you being a kid, because you do have feelings, emotions, and all that stuff. So everything that you feel is valid. But as you get older, that's why I always tell you to enjoy being a kid, because as you get older, the more responsibility that you're going to have. So as a parent, so let's talk about the emotional part of parenting or you being a kid. So I think it was last year, she was going through a phase where as she was getting older, she was having different thoughts and everything, and not any bad thoughts. It was just like different because she's not used to thinking like certain things, and I won't put her business out there to say what she was thinking or whatever, but it's totally normal. It's totally like, it happens to all of us. And so for me, the way she was expressing it, it was like, what are you trying to get to? What are you trying to say? So for my husband and I, had this conversation between him and I, and I'm not going to tell your business, but I just wanted to know. So it's like, all right, so as she's getting older, my thing is creating a safe space for her. So that safe space means sometimes it has to be outside of the home. So we did put her in therapy so that she can have a safe space to be like, hey, I'm feeling this way, with a totally complete stranger, but someone who ultimately cares about her as well. And her being in therapy has helped like our relationship, because sometimes she doesn't tell me everything, and I don't want her to feel like she has to tell me everything. But if it's serious, I want her to feel comfortable to tell me something. So it's not like you have to, but it's just like I want her to have that comfortable place in her heart to be like, let me go talk to mommy about this.
And like sometimes when like I hide something, I feel like
anxious.
Yeah.
And you be like, I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. My arms start to sweat a little bit.
It's fine. Yeah. And that's normal. It happens to all of us. And that's why, like, as a parent, I want you to know that these things are normal, because it happens to me. When I was in college, or even now still, when I have to host events or do something in front of people or something that I'm not comfortable with, I get nervous too. And I'm just like, oh Lord. But then that's when you reassure yourself, and that's when I step in and teach you, like, those things are normal. It's going to happen. But just also know that what you're going through or what you're experiencing is the first time you're experiencing it. So it's normal. Like, nothing in life is unnormal, okay?
Okay.
Nothing in life, you're not weird, you're not like different. You are different in a sense, but you're unique. So your experience is going to be different from everybody else's experience. And growing up for me, I didn't have that relationship with my mom or my dad to be like, hey, I'm feeling this way. Because back then, their parenting was learned from their parents. And it was like, it was no questions asked. I'm the parent, you're the child, do what I say. But as a parent, I want to change that. And because a lot of times when I was younger, it felt like I couldn't have a voice or I couldn't have an opinion on something. But in actuality, you have the right to have that. Like, you are God's child. So you have the right to have an opinion, to feel a certain way. Your feelings are valid. Your emotions are valid. What you think is valid. Like, it's your experience. So no one can tell you, hey, you're a kid, stay in your place. What's a kid's place? To me, a kid has the best place in the world because you're connected to God in ways that we have kind of been brainwashed to not be connected to God. When you come onto this earth, you are coming literally from the source. The source is God. So it's like, why not lean more into children? Why not talk to children? Why not get their point of view, their perspective? Because to me, I think y'all have a light that shines so bright, and it's like sometimes adults can try to dim that for you guys. And for me as a parent, I never want you to feel like I'm dimming your light or let someone else dim your light. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So we talked about like the importance of communicating and everything. So tell me what you think communication is.
I think communication is like you like communicate and like when you're like what's it called?
Therapist?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think I was gonna say that, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
And I think communication like is like when you like communicate, you get like thoughts and stuff. You get like the kind of thoughts, not like the thoughts that you usually have, not like the nice thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
but like communicated thoughts.
Mm-hmm. So like something that you want to try to convey to somebody else, something that you want to try to get another person's understanding or try to get them to understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
No, I'm asking. It's okay to say, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's okay. You're a kid. Well, not, I'm not going to say you're a kid, but you're still learning, okay? So it's okay. But I just want to make sure that when you're growing up, that you understand that sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I do know. And sometimes I just want to say how I feel. To me, communicating is just creating that relationship with someone, that trust, because I communicate with you and I'm like, hey, Sink, like, mommy's tired or not having a good day. And you're like, okay, so now you understand that it's me that's tired. It's not that I'm annoyed by you or I don't want to be bothered by you or anything. It's me that is just like super tired, maybe emotionally, mentally, whatever, physically, whatever it can be. But I think communicating lets the other person know, like, hey, like, this is what I'm going through. And it may have nothing to do with you, but this is what I am experiencing right now. Okay. So communicating is just conveying or telling someone your experience, what you're going through right now, last week, whatever. Okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. So I wanted to read something to you because, like, as a business owner for me, we have a mission statement. And the mission statement for our business tells the world like what our business does. But I have a mission statement for you as from being your mom.
Okay.
So I'm going to read it to you. It says, my mission as a mother is to love you, support you, and teach you how to do those things yourself so that as you enter the world confident, grateful, graceful, and always remain a child of God, but most importantly, a child of faith. As a mother, I would like to protect you from as much as possible, but my job is to guide you while letting you spread your wings and take on your own experiences with the tools I have given you and trusting yourself and God.
Okay.
Okay? So, I can't always be there for you. I will always be there for you, but I can't always be there to fix your problems, to tell somebody not to treat you a certain way. I want you to instill those tools inside yourself so that you can stand up for yourself. You can set boundaries. You can tell people no. You can understand who you are and love yourself unconditionally as you love others. I feel like you are a very great person, and you love with your whole heart. You truly do. But do you have any like questions for me? Like as a kid from a kid to a parent?
No, I don't think so.
None. I think you being camera shy.
No, I'm not. I'm not being camera shy. It's just that I don't really know. Let's see. Why do you want a kid?
I don't know if I used to say I want 2 kids, but I never.
You want twins.
Yeah, I wanted twins, but you're here by yourself, so that ship has sailed. But I used to always say like I wanted 2 kids. I wanted twins so that I can get it out the way. Boom, boom, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But I don't know. I for me, honestly, I thought that was what a woman was supposed to do.
Yeah, not all women is supposed to have kids. If you want kids, then you can have kids. But if you don't want kids, then you don't need kids.
Girl, you are smarter than most of them out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like I just grew up with the impression that as a woman, you're supposed to have kids. So I'm like, all right, I don't want 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. Let me do 2. Let's see how that do. But we got 1, and I think we done.
I used to say that I wanted
a sibling.
I wanted a sibling. I wanted a baby sister or a baby brother. Mm-hmm. I think I would do a baby sister. Because I already have a brother. Well, a god brother.
Yeah.
And I have a god sister, so I don't think I need any siblings.
No, high five. Yes. Me and you.
Yeah.
Till the wheels fall off. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off. Hey, hey. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off. Hey, hey. No, yeah, so, and that's a great point to make. Like, you have the choice to have children and to not have children. So as you get older, if you make the decision and say, I really don't want kids, I really just want to enjoy my life, that is completely fine.
Yeah, I just want to be a gymnast, and like I don't really know if I want to be a dancer anymore. So
okay, that's another conversation. But I just want you to know that you have the choice to be a mom,
okay,
or not be a mom. Don't let nobody force you into being like, when you having kids? And be like, I really don't want them. Or when you having kids, like, I'm trying to enjoy my life right now. Like, it's not on the timetable, but you're only 7, so you have time. Like,
to think about it.
Yes, you have plenty of time. I didn't have you until I was 25.
Yeesh. And you still have short hair.
Yeah, I don't know where you was going with that, but I was about to say, geesh, like, geesh what? Geesh what?
Take your hat off.
Yeah, so that's where I was with, I didn't know I didn't know the reason why I wanted to have kids. Let me say it like that. Anything else you can think of?
Why did you and Daddy split up?
Woo! So.
Why are you laughing?
Because you just did. I think this is going to be the last question of the day. So, when you are in a relationship with someone, you grow at different rates or a different pace, I'll say. And so sometimes you need your own space to figure out what God is telling you to do. Sometimes you can't do that in a companionship or in a relationship or in a marriage. So it's okay to say, hey, I need to focus on me. Like, my self-love, my self-worth, my self-value is so important that I don't feel like right now is the time that we can both figure it out at the same time.
Okay.
So back when we did separate in 2020, that's where we were. And it was very amicable. Amicable means that it was just very nice and genuine and everything. But we just needed time. Like, we had been together since we were kids. Like,
not like kids, teenagers.
Yeah, teenagers. But
since you was in college.
Yes, we had been together since we were in college, and we're still together. But it was just a time in our lives where it was like we had to figure things out for ourselves and figure out things for our family. And that's important, like, as well as how society sometimes says a woman is supposed to be a mother. You have the choice to be a mother. You also have the choice to be a wife. You also have the choice to be someone's spouse or significant other. Just because you're in something does not mean you have to stay in it because of what people tell you.
Okay.
So if you're ever unhappy, if you're ever unsatisfied, if you're ever not 100% on board, you have the choice to be like, I love you, but it's not working for me. So don't ever feel like you have to stay with someone or in a relationship to really fulfill your life's calling.
Okay.
Okay? Ooh, baby. But that's important for us, well, for me as a mother, to have these conversations with her, because kids are witnessing us live our lives right before their eyes. A lot of times we're like, oh, they don't see, they don't pay attention, they don't hear. They hear and pick up on everything. Like, they feel our emotions before we feel them, or deeper than we feel them sometimes. So I think that it's very important to have that space, that safe space, for her to come to me and be like, I want to know. I want to know what happened. And of course, I'm not going to go like into the adult version of like, yeah, this happened, that happened, da-da-da-da, because that's not important. But she does have a right to understand what happened or what's happening, because it affects her life too. So, yes. So we'll probably be back with more conversations. But I just wanted to just give you guys a variety of videos and everything about what I do as a holistic health coach and everything. I help women take their power back, and that can be environmentally, spiritually, socially, intellectually, financially, in all different ways. And when it comes to the emotional and environmental part, that ties into motherhood as well. So I just want to encourage moms to take their power back, because when you take your power back, you teach them how to keep their power. Because growing up for me, I'm in a place where I'm unlearning so much stuff, where it's like, dang, to where now she gets it, and it's like, wow, like to have the knowledge that she has at 7 would have been, I don't know, but everything is in God's timing. I trust it, and I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a mother, and I just want to kind of be an example for other mothers, children, women, to just communicate and have that open dialogue with your children, with your kids. And every child is different. I only have one, so it's not like I have to learn any other like personalities or how to navigate or how to do that. But get to know your children, get to know them, spend time with them, intentional time, talk to them, be honest with them, love them, support them. And yeah, I think that relationship, that bond, that trust is very, very important, because I always tell her, and this is what I'll leave off on, I am her mother and her friend. And I say that because if anytime she feels alone in this world, she can come back home. She knows that her mom will be there for her. She does not have to feel like there's nobody anywhere in the world that doesn't support her or love her. If her friends do her wrong, she can come back to her mom. If, life is throwing hands at her, she can come and talk to her mom. But I always want her to know that, yes, the mother in me is the nurturing part, the discipline and all that. But the friend in me is also the person who understands, who gives grace, and who is just empathetic to what she's experiencing. Because just like it's our first time experiencing life on earth, it's her first time experiencing life on earth as well. So let's kind of just be gentle with each other. Gentle parenting means something totally different to every different mom. But for me, gentle parenting is just being gentle with their souls. Like, they're very, I don't want to say fragile, but they are very sensitive in a sense. And they have the right to feel safe and feel comfortable to express themselves. So that is all. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, to tuning in. Thank you for my first guest, Skylar. Sprinkles. Any last words?
No.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.